Ambition Electric can let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show, powered by Sunbelt Rentals. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador, Select Plumbing, Jimmy John's, Lincoln Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits, Fleet Feet, Bure's Cheese Spread on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging.
The school year, the student marketplace. You didn't get yours?
I'd better go grab mine now.
You'd better stop at the College of Hair Design too. Your hair is getting long. $8 haircut with the Campus Cash book.
What about my friends who are out of college?
They can download the Campus Cash app for free and get great deals too. From Pizza Hut, Juice Stop, Craft Axe Throwing, and tons more.
Campus Cash, the student marketplace. Find your free booklet on campus or download the Campus Cash app.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with a hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and industry partners. Explore careers in healthcare, construction, ag, automotive, manufacturing, engineering, power sports, transportation, or technology. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes? Their age, the way they speak. Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
We are live here on a Saturday in our new location at 93.7 The Ticket. Come by the window, come say hi to us. We can see some fans walking by right now. We have a very special occasion right now, as well as we have the McGowens brothers in town and ready to talk some radio with us as well. So let's get right into it. DP's in the room as well. DP, I'll let you make some of the introductions here.
Let's bring in the big man himself, though, the guy that makes this happen. Thomas Villiano. What's happening, brother?
Living life, man.
Look, it's funny. So you saw it the other day, right? I brought you that in. I'm like, take a look. Tell me what you see. You walked in today. A lot of work been done in here.
A lot of work's been done in 3 days, and many months. But I know that 3 days ago it did not look like this. Beautiful setup right on O Street. Really, really cool setup that you got going on, DP. Thanks for having us here, talking sports, basketball, and all things.
Let's bring in the brothers McGowan. Let's bring them in. Respectfully, I gotta go to Big Bro first. What's happening, Trey?
What's happening? Good to be back in town. Home, second home, definitely second home. So, I mean, anytime in Lincoln, I love being in Lincoln, honestly.
You know, that's the good young man. Off to the side. Bryce McGowens. What's happening, bro?
Not much, DP, man. Like Trey said, just glad to be back. In this, great city. Lincoln. Glad to be back. Reunite with you again. We every time we catch each other somewhere, we linking up. We sitting down, eating. However we do. But thank you for having us today.
I booked a couple of trips to Charlotte. And I got to figure out where Trey's going to be so I know where to find him. You know what it is to get it in. And I was talking to Thomas about some of the stuff that we want to do with him here because there's so many different opportunities for us. So, Thomas, let the people know what you do because I know it's an answer. It's a question that leads to several answers, right? Your history is one that, as an athlete, you have that, and now as a mentor and kind of a North Star for a lot of athletes trying to figure out what they want to be in their lives. Give the folks your history.
Try to make it as short and sweet as possible. I was born in Washington, D.C.
Stop the press. Pause. Freeze. Where?
I was in the Burke area, Burke Center.
Fairfax County.
Fairfax, yes, sir.
You know I'm in Arlington, right?
I did not know that.
I'm in Arlington. Where'd you go to high school?
Oh, I moved to Alabama when I was young. So I was born in D.C., though.
We forgive you. We forgive you for leaving. No, I'm an Arlington kid, man.
Oh, yeah. So
that explains so much now. I was trying to figure out how he got so much chocolate in the vanilla. Now I understand. Like he was born in Northern Virginia. He from the DMV. They're like, you ain't have a choice.
Oh man, DP, give me blushing. Give me blushing over here. I was born in D.C., moved to Alabama when we were young, and my dad worked for the Pentagon, civilian, played big time ball in the 70s for St. Bonaventure in the A-10, and then played high school ball as a top 150, top 100 player in the early 2000s. Played Division I basketball. Played 9 years of pro ball overseas. Top League Italy was the highest I got. And then, I came out to Lincoln one summer in my off seasons and was doing a financial internship. And through that, started training players. Never thought I would be doing that for a long time in my life. Met two kids on a farm. Two young kids, fourth graders, and started from that. And now it's thousands of kids around the Midwest and around the country that I train in basketball, but more in life. And it's been beautiful. It's been an awesome thing, and obviously 2 young men sitting here that are family to me. When these guys are in town or when I'm on the road with them or whatever we're doing, it brings me tons of joy because we've been through a lot with Bryce and Trey, and I'm just so happy for them. And our friendship started here when they came out to Nebraska several years ago, and it's like we always talk about it's not just basketball, it's life. I can teach shooting and talk about shooting and all these things, but off the court stuff is so important, and they're seeing that every day they get older. It just gets more and more profound of how important the off the court stuff is. So,
Trey, let them know why. I mean, you had choices. South Carolina kid, go to Pitt. Why Nebraska? Why Lincoln, Nebraska?
Just a relationship. Turned out, well, it was a previous coach who was actually here, who had recruited me in high school. And then, I mean, I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not like big like with relationships. Like I don't really talk to a whole lot of people. So like the people I rock with, those are the people I rock with. So it was just, I don't know, it was just easy. What sounded best, and then I hadn't even taken a visit. So my first visit was actually when I moved in. My parents came up here with me for a couple of days and moved in. Loved it ever since. That's actually, I think I met T like a month after being up here or whatever, because it was COVID, so it wasn't a lot going on. And then yeah, I think Lat and Kobe, because Lat was up here, right? T,
Yep.
Early, yeah. And then we went up there. And got introduced to T. We've been locked in ever since.
When it comes time for Bryce to make a decision, what do you tell him about Nebraska?
Actually, I didn't talk to him much about it.
See, that's the part, right?
But like, I mean, he kind of saw. I didn't want to be like the person that really influenced his decision. Because like college can go like a lot of different ways. Coaches say one thing, say other thing. So I kind of just gave him what I had saw from me going through recruitment and kind of going through whenever I transfer schools or whatever. So really, I just told him, Coach Hoiberg, he's gonna give you freedom to play. And in Nebraska, they're gonna love you like no other. Like a lot of other schools, they have like their other people. So like they don't really care about their players as much. Just because it's all the people they have coming through. I was like, but Nebraska, there's no pro team. They like everybody in the city gonna show support for you. As long as you represent them well.
People make great families. I know how much your family means to you, and it's you both do a purposeful job of representing the family name the right way. What does it mean? Like if I asked you, who are the McGowens?
I would say the McGowens, humble. That's the main word, and in our family, it's just always staying humble, through the ups and downs, and everything we go through, whether it's good or bad. Just staying humble, staying even. Just trusting in each other. Having faith in each other. That we gonna make the right decisions off the court. In life, and just being great people. I feel like the McGowens, we just real like tight knit, as you can see. You feel me? Me and Trey. Me coming to Nebraska. Big part of it is Trey. So I feel like just being humble and tight knit. That's who the McGowens is.
I know you're both football dudes, and you guys kind of watch it with a keen eye and a little bit different, some understanding for it. If we've talked about it before, like you as a football player, like Bryce as a football player, give me the scouting report.
Me.
You see, I'm on the screen, so you can see the grin on his face when you let him talk about football. Like he starts to see himself in uniform, like it's a thing.
Do a threat. Do a threat, dog. Yeah, he tossed the pill. Run it. But yeah, I was for sure do a threat. I was active, but basketball took over my life. Led me to be the player I am today. So, but I love football. football was like, it was kind of really my first love,
Mm.
you know, but because my dad, you know, him just being a big football guy. So, but, you know, I'm basketball to the heart.
Trey, give me the scouting report.
Receiver, I had great hands, great route runner. But I also played defense. And what a lot of people don't know, James Madison tried to get me to play my senior year.
You would have been a dude.
Yeah, because I didn't play my junior year football because I got my first basketball offer after my sophomore year. And then like you know how like college coaches coming in like before spring practice or whatever. James Madison came and talked to me. They were like, if you play football this year, we would like to have you just off film for my sophomore year. But I told him it was over with. I had already stepped off the field, so I wasn't stepping back on.
Do you have any desire, either of you, to just go walk down to the football office and go, "Hey, coach, let me
Definitely. I wanted to like walk on to the football team while I was here.
Right.
It was thoughts. It was thoughts. I never went through with it, obviously, but it was definitely.
But you went on the defensive side, or you'd have been as a route runner?
Defensive, probably.
Oh, that receiver coaching me, I'd have been like, "Nah, dog, come over here and get these routes for me."
Wherever they need to be, though, wherever I look best from taking that many years off, honestly.
Well, the football shows up in your basketball anyway.
Yeah.
Thomas, give us the personality profiles on these two, because a big part of why the big leagues are interested in these guys, I mean, talent aside, are the people.
You when scouts reach out to people like me and ask about these gentlemen, I mean, it's about how they work, their work ethic, their character. You know, where do you see them in several years, not just in several weeks or months? And I mean, it's tough, especially with Bryce. He was so young, rated so high. I mean, we talk about it all the time. Just seeing his growth from when I first met him as a high school senior to now, it's light years away. And Trey too. Trey's really grown up a lot now that he's a pro. And you know, it's one of those things. You come to Nebraska, you go to college, you're in a bubble in a lot of ways. But then when you become a pro, everything changes, man. You gotta who's really your friend, who's all these things, and I gets back to the family stuff, the very, very humble beginnings of how they've been raised and how they surround themselves with people. The circle just keeps getting smaller and smaller, and that's what you have to do to make it. I think in life for sure, but as a pro player, you have to do that stuff because there's so many things coming at you and so many people coming at you. And I mean, Bryce and I just had a talk yesterday about, you know, locking in and doing stuff a little bit differently this coming season where he knows how things are now, you know, and that's the sign of maturity and growth where so many players, for everyone at Bryce McGowens, there's about, you know, 50 other dudes in the league, 60 other dudes, maybe it's 100 that don't think that way. And that's so huge this day and age and moving forward. It's ginormous if you have the right people in your life that can tell you the truth. And he always hears me, Trey's always heard me say, like, you know, you need truth tellers in your life. You need people that are going to tell you the truth. And that's how we linked up. I mean, Trey was like, T, can you work out baby B? I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I tell players and families all the time, the first time I met Bryce, 7 minutes in, I got the video still, 7 minutes into our workout, we're looking at his shot. And I'm like, hey, man, you do a little this and a little this. And he's like, yes, sir. I said, hey, you can tell me to leave right now. I know you're this and I know you're that, but I think I can really help you. And he said, yes, sir. And for about 2 weeks, we worked out. 2 months later, he's at the Allen Iverson Classic with Panchero and Chet Holmgren, all the guys. And his footwork was all good. His knees were good. His balance was good. And he came away one of the best shooters. And I was like, man, what's up with this? I got a picture. It's beautiful. And he's like, I listened to you, T. I was like, wow. Okay. But that's why he's made it. And that's why he's going to continue to have a very, very successful NBA career.
I'll ask you both, and I want you both to respond. What does Thomas do for you that other players aren't getting?
I feel like, you know, more than being like a coach, you know, he's like becoming like, well, he's my mentor, like, you feel me? Well, who I can go to times of need or on a daily basis, just checking in. He's like my mentor. Like I can like say that with all confidence. Because first time, like Thomas said, first day we worked out, you know, I didn't know T, but you know, we worked out, and you know, like he said, first 5 minutes he take care of my shot. But I feel like, after that workout, we got to get, like, we clicked, like, instantly, like, just the vibes and, him being the person he is, being the coach he is, and like being humble. That's why me and T so close, because it's like a family thing. So, his humbleness and him just being down to earth, I feel like, that took over, me and T's relationship. And, since then, man, it's just been on the up. And, him just teaching me stuff, life lessons, what not to do, what to do, how to go about things and how to respond to, different things in life. So he's been a mentor.
Trey?
I say just the trust factor. Super supportive. But yeah, I definitely say trust. Anything we can count on him. Like Bryce said, he'll tell us the truth. And he doesn't do anything but try to help us. Since we met him.
At the end, before you both left Lincoln officially, we got to sit down and I offered you guys, I said, I'm broadcasting these state playoff games. And I thought it'd be really interesting to have you guys sit down. The way this is when I knew you were both going to be fine. Is that on your own, y'all both showed up and gave the same kind of love to those high school games and those calls that you would want. And I said, yeah, I literally called my boy. I was like, listen, they're the ones. They're the ones. I was so proud of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The way you interacted with the fans, because there were people behind you that were kind of plucking at you, and how you engaged them with respect and dignity. And it was like appreciative that, one, that they would ask, but two, you gave time.
Mm-hmm.
I knew. And I said, okay, when they're done with this playing thing, those microphones are going to be real friendly, because your ability to pull out basketball IQ and get it across to people, everybody could have done that. Everybody couldn't have done that. It's Bryce, it's Trey, it's Thomas, on a game day in Lincoln, Nebraska. And Thomas and I were talking, and there's so much that he does in this space, and there's so many people that he reaches and touches on a daily basis. I'll ask you, Thomas, what's the focus when somebody comes to you and says, okay, can you work out with my people? What's priority one? What's your biggest responsibility?
Purpose. Why are you coming into the gym? I don't care what you're thinking about for 3 days. What's 3 months, 3 years from now? Like, we got to have a reason why you're coming into the gym. And through that, more things should be popping up in your life of, who you're surrounding yourself with, all those things, how you carry yourself. Yeah. I mean, that's really, it's like, you want to come here and shoot. That's not why we're coming here. I actually had a funny story. I had a player that came in a few times out of Omaha. I won't say the name, but they came in. I thought the workouts were fine, great. And I was told about a year later, like, yeah, you used to work out so-and-so. I was like, yeah, they came in, they just kind of stopped. It is what it is. They really liked it, but you talk a lot. They just wanted to work out. I'm like, well, the player didn't know how to shoot the ball well, and they didn't know how to come off screens the right way. So I'm going to coach you and talk to you because you don't know what you're doing. So like, I'm a big believer in like the other day, had 3 or 4 young boys come in, 7th graders, and all we did was shoot. I'm a huge, obviously these guys would tell you, but I was a really good shooter. I'm a huge believer in shooting, because if you can't shoot, you can't play. And this day and age, you see all across the world, Instagram, TikTok videos of 18 combo moves and head down and all that stuff. And it's like, that doesn't translate. Watch Bryce play for the Charlotte Hornets. That dude's catch, shoot threes, one dribble side step 3, get to the rim, floater, dunk. That's it. And play smart basketball and come off screens. Like, that's it, So it's just knowing the purpose of why you're trying to get to and doing stuff that's real, that's translatable.
I'll ask, because through all of the stuff that people go through, and it's fluid. Like, what you have to work on today is not what you'll be working on tomorrow. What you're working on is not what Trey's working on. He's got his skill set. You have yours. Sometimes they blend, and sometimes they're polar opposites. Mm-hmm. When you two work out against each other, how much of it is competition and how much of it is working on you and your game?
I feel like it's a mix. Whether we doing shooting drills or you know
You trying
finishing
to beat him.
finishing drills.
Like you trying to beat Trey every time.
You feel me? But we working on our game, but at the same time, like because we going to a certain number, we gotta get this many makes. We gotta go this out of this. So when we shooting, we not Trey. Come on, Trey. Oh, come on, Bryce. I'm on you. You feel just going back and forth. So it's competitive at the same time, but I feel like we always locked into like what we doing. So we got a pretty even based on like when we competing against each other and at the same time when we need to lock in on what we need to.
Trey, for you, I mean, there's like big brothers forever.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. But you're two pros. You're two hoopers. You're two men. How do you process? What's the line for you? Like, how do you drive this dude without pushing him too far? How do you pull him forward without dragging it?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he does it like I'm gonna be his biggest fan in anything. But at the same time, I'm gonna push him the hardest. My goal is just to make him better. Like if he can be the best version of him, then I feel like I did my job. So that's honestly the big thing. And then another thing, he's at the level I'm trying to get to. So just seeing that and seeing how I compete, it just makes me like just know that I can be at that level. So that's the biggest thing, like just competing, and then like the people like the Bryce be around, like it just opens up so many opportunities and doors for me. So I just take in everything
through all of it, right? That you're around the NBA game, you're part of the family, whether it's you're at the level that you want to be. Yeah. What's the difference? So on a scale of 1 to 10, what's the difference between G League and NBA proper?
I'm gonna let Bryce go first.
Yeah,
because he did both.
Yeah.
I end up getting drafted on a 2-way contract, which is
Mhm.
G League, and you feel me? And then going NBA also, but end up getting a contract like after All Star, after All Star break. But like G League and the league, I kind of feel it's different. I feel like in the G League is just guys trying to get theirs. Which they not looking at that. They looking at, can you play the right way? Can you defend? And are you a winner? So when I was in the G, everything was just win, play the right way, because they watching every game. They sending you film after every game saying, make sure you doing this, you doing that. And then when you get to the league, you got to translate. Like I feel like for me, T can tell you, like my biggest thing is being able to adapt. So like whether you playing with all stars, which are on my team, playing with elite scorers, just being able to play off them, whether that's setting screens for them, setting off ball screens, and then just cutting to the basket. Just making the game easier. So I feel like that was how I was able to get a contract and be on the floor a good amount last year. Just being able to play the right way and able to adapt to my teammates and the situation I was in. So,
Trey,
I feel like the G League, like Bryce said, everybody just trying to get out. So a lot of times it'd be like everybody trying to get their own. Luckily, I got the chance to landed the spot that I ended up landing at, which being the Long Island Nets. So I had some guys who had kind of been through it. Some of my teammates played like 3-4 years in the league. And then they're kind of like older now, so they're in the G League now. Or I played my point guard, someone who I kind of watched this game a lot. I'm not the type to kind of ask too many questions, so but I'm like super observant. So I really got to watch him. It's crazy though, because back when he was at Florida, like I was like younger, so like my dad, like he would make me watch some of his games. And then just being able to play on his team. And then he played for the Golden State Warriors. I think he won 1 or 2 titles with them. And then James Harden, John Wall, them type guys were his vets. So just picking up little stuff and being super attentive. Because I'm thinking in game right now. Well, at least last year and this year right now. Trying to give myself 2 years to get where I want to go. So just stacking days, trying to put them together. Because I mean, obviously things not gonna happen at one time. So whether it's I might not play a lot this game, but I know I actually look forward to those. Like when I don't play too much, because the next day in practice while everybody else is just chilling, I actually like get to have like a real workout, real competition, play twos, play threes, stuff like that, and really get after it. So I feel like me just putting together those type days and really just understanding like it's not about the day, it's about where you want to be a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, setting that timetable. And I feel like that's probably the biggest thing I've grown from college to where I'm at now, and where I'm trying to get to, because college kind of got like a timetable, 4 years, so you trying to like think things got to happen like right away. So I mean, my teammates, they might have been in the league like, or been pro 8-9 years, and then that 8th year maybe they got that big contract or whatever. So I'm just working, putting it together days. Like, dang, I got 8 years. Just imagine, or like however many years. I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to go.
It's funny. And Trey is so individually Trey. He's so authentically Trey. But Nebraska fans will get this. There's so much Eric Strickland and Trey McGowens that it blows my mind. Because Strick went through it and outgrinded, outworked. I'm going to nickname you the cerebral assassin because Trey is on some next level stuff. Look, we'll throw it a break. We'll come back more. McGowens Brothers, Thomas Filianco. Look, carry you through 937 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any backyard landscaping project, and you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know the new Honda sales are going really good right now at Honda of Lincoln, and with that, a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in. Can you tell our listeners about your pre-owned selection?
I'm happy to, Charlie. Like you said, with new Honda sales going very good, we have a lot of fresh trade-ins coming in daily, and not just Hondas. We have just about every maker model you can imagine, with over 100 pre-owned and certified pre-owned to choose from, and prices starting at just $5,900.
Wow, what about financing?
We have financing as low as 3.29% APR on certified Accords and CRV.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
Okay, it's
Time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
All right, it's lunchtime. Where should we go today?
How about Qdoba? We can get free queso and chips with an entree purchase.
Whoa, how'd you know about that?
It's in the campus cash booklet that we got for free to start the school year, the student marketplace. You didn't get yours?
I'd better go grab mine now.
You'd better stop at the College of Hair Design, too. Your hair is getting long. $8 haircut with the campus cash book.
What about my friends who are out of college?
They can download the Campus Cash app for free and get great deals, too, from Pizza Hut, Juice Stop, Craft Axe Throwing, and tons more.
Campus Cash, the student marketplace. Find your free booklet on campus or download the Campus Cash app.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on a Saturday afternoon with the McGowens brothers in studio. So if you're just listening and you want to check it out, you can check us out on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Facebook, and even on Allo. So DP, I'll toss it to you again. Continue the conversation we got rolling.
Yeah. So again, the streaming is full. So Allo channel 951. You just sitting in the crib and it's on cable, not channel 951. Put it in, pull it up, it rolls. Look, we've given you every way possible to enjoy what we do, and you can do it on the Ticket app as well. Download the app; travels anywhere in the world. You don't have to worry about it. Want to go to the Start Him and Text line? This is for you, Thomas. As a former coach at Lincoln Southwest, I can say Thomas not only coaches the kids correctly, but he's also a positive influence on their life, and it's just another positive role model they can turn to. Gives them another positive voice inside their head, and I always appreciated the things he did, not only for my players at Southwest, but for all of the players in the Nebraska high school basketball. Thanks, Coach. This is Coach Rump.
DP, appreciate you reading that. Again, thank you guys for having me and Bryce and Trey here. It's been awesome. But no, I've known Coach Rump for many years. Very, very humbling to hear stuff like that, because you know you're making a difference. So, Coach Rump, shout out to you. Thanks for all the love and support over all the years. And that's one of the things, DP, that you could say about Trey and Bryce, and also me. Like when people get to talk to us and you talk basketball and life, but let's stick with basketball. We're knowledgeable people, and like Bryce, it's always funny now that as he's in the NBA, we have conversations, and Bryce is with it, man. Like, I know Bryce is a smart guy, and I know he knows basketball, but the conversations that Bryce and I have when we're talking about how to come off, this pin down or this stuff, he knows his stuff, man. And that's really, really, really special, because a lot of players don't have that stuff. And if, a random person, talked to Bryce about basketball, they'd be pretty shocked to hear how deep of knowledge that he has and how the attention to detail that he has. And that same thing with me. Like, I think it's gotten a lot better over the years since I've officially lived here about 6.5 years. But there's coaches and people that might be scared of me or think I'm 6'11" and I played pro ball and I'm from Alabama. I'm not from here. I'm some whatever. But I've had plenty of coaches I sit down and talk to, and after about 30 minutes, you're a good dude, man. I'm like, I didn't know I was a bad dude. Like, but like, hey, we need to have a beer sometime. I'm like, yeah, like let's grab lunch. Like, let's talk hoops. So I love that stuff. I could talk hoops and life and stuff all day because I've lived a full life, and that's why I'm able to do this stuff and how I have the connection with Bryce and Trey because I've seen it all. I've done it all and been through a lot, and nothing's perfect, but it's led me to this.
From the text line, elite former Huskers, the McGowens are the real ones. They're leaving it out there. I've talked to you individually about your parents and your family, and the depth, right, of having people who are genuine good people, and then they hold you to that standard, right? How much of your success is the DNA, the physical DNA, or is it the McGowens family love? Which is the greater influence?
I say the work probably, but definitely genes, DNA, all that. But just the work. I mean, our parents did it, so they knew what it took. So they really pushed us from young. Even when talking to my mom, she was like talking about football. Just how tough it made us growing up, and just being able to beat up on each other from that as well.
Still scarred,
then,
right? You did.
And then just the work from running hills early Saturday mornings, a lot of stuff. So I would say a lot of that contributes it to us now. Even though like you might not be able to remember everything that you did, obviously it's instilled in you from just seeing it growing up and just knowing how things are supposed to go and how success is reached.
Is mom underrated?
She the goat, man.
Yeah, right. Like
My mama, she's the one who's a lady of not a lot of words, but when she says something, she mean it. And she's very direct, to you. When she states something, and we're gonna listen every. Most hardworking, people I know. So that was, in her when she grew up, and giving to me and Trey and my little sister. So, she's like, yeah, she the goat. I ain't got nothing to say to her. She the goat.
Thomas, let me ask you: have you had a chance to work out little sis?
Yeah, she came in. She's got a chance, man. She's going to Asheville, right?
Yeah,
UNC Asheville. For people out there, for travel tips, you should go to Asheville, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful, one of the most beautiful spots in the country, I think. But yeah, she's going Bulldogs, right? I think they're Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, she's going there.
It's always interesting to me. I try to tell people that your physical talent gets you noticed. Your character will determine whether you. The greatest piece of friction to a professional basketball player. Like Trey, if you had to tell all these young Huskers, look, man, here's the thing you're going to have to get through before you have any success at the next level. Is it time management? Is it social engagement? Is it you pushing yourself? Is it having an open brain and having somebody be able to yell at you and get in your head? What's the greatest friction that you got to get through?
Everything you said, and the think big picture. Some people like Thomas said, like the person who didn't like him because he talked a lot. I feel like you can get something from everybody you work out with. Because at the end of the day, working out, I feel like it's a lot of imagination. You have to see it and imagine it and how you're going to apply it. So even though it might be something like some trainers, they just dribble the hell out the ball. It's all going to help. You just got to feel me. So I think that's big, and just take a day at a time. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. So just take a day at a time, and then it might be a month or two. You might be working on a certain thing. Like, dang, I got a lot better on this thing I've been working on from a month or two, and then just keep putting it together. Especially young guys, Just work every day, and then just imagine how much better you're going to be a couple of years from now, as long as you're putting days together.
Bryce, what's the biggest friction for you?
For me, it's adaptability. You know, you're gonna get put in different, situations, at different times, of your life and, your basketball career or, anything. So, just being able to apply and adapt, from each level. Like for me, high school, I was, score, like just complete score. Come to college, you playing with, more talented guys, better players at a, different level of basketball. So just being able to change the score into a different level, instead of, shooting threes out of time in high school, being able to get downhill and get to the free throw line, that was something that was huge for me in college, to kept, my points up, just able to, get in the hands and just being able to adapt to the game. So, and then coming into the NBA, which is, the huge part of adaptability is not even scoring at all for real. Just playing defense, playing the right way, how you make your teammates better, how you adapt to playing with your teammates. And, that was the main thing, for me last year, a lot of players, we got a couple guys get banged up and get hurt. So for me, I was able to, step in a role where I was able to play, a lot of minutes in situations. So that was just playing the right way, not having to score the ball. We got Terry Rozier, you got LaMelo Ball on my team, you got Gordon Hayward, who's an all-star, PJ Washington, who, just signed another big contract. So that for me was just making them better, and them making me better in my role that I had, so adaptability, just playing defense. So adaptability, to coaching, to sets, to, anything, just that's the biggest thing.
Thomas, for you? Like you talked about, you're a talker, right? You talk. How much is your focus with young people on the away from the floor stuff, right? How do you put that message in to in-gym time with them? How do you balance that?
I said that I'm a talker. I'm also a big listener. I a lot of times I'll sit back in the cut and just listen and just watch and let other people say stuff, and I'll just soak it in, But no, the off the court stuff, right, DP?
Yeah,
it's Bryce. There's a perfect example. Bryce, I show players videos of the first workout we ever had, and the comparison of his shot to 2 months later, and I feel that's what's so beautiful about this. It's a process. People are like, I want to do training. Cool. Good luck. Like, what are you gonna like? I want to train. I started doing this in 2007. My first pro season. It's 2023. And I have guys like Bryce and Trey and Roby, Sam Greasel, and then Morgan. I mean, the list goes down. But I have all these people now, all these stories. That's made it a book of my training V Hoops life. I can just go to any story you want. Like, hey, look at this. Now look at this. It's not just one kind of story. It's 28. Mm-hmm. So if that doesn't relate to a kid, then it's never going to. Then there's no reason to talk. But it's like if they see how Bryce shoots, or hey, this is a story about this. If that doesn't open your eyes or have you start thinking, then you're probably not going to make it. But no, I always try to bring it back to the guys and make it relatable. I'm doing some public speaking now, and that's what it was really, really cool. I talked about Bryce in my first ever official public speaking to 60 plus insurance agents, and just about how his growth from this time to this time. And the message for the public speaking thing was, how do you change the ever-changing world for their company? People can't deal with change. Mm-hmm. And I was like, here's an example of Bryce and Isaiah Roby and Sam Greasel from point A to point Z. And it's the truth, man. It just, you got to tell people the truth about their story. And I've lived it with them, like you said, Bryce's adaptability. Bryce now knows the stuff that he has to do. You adapt or die type thing, and in the NBA, you have to play a certain role because everybody's a star. Everybody's a 5-star, 4-star, top 100, top 10, top whatever. But the ones that can adapt and understand that and have the right people in their corner that can tell them that too, those are the ones that are successful.
There's so much gold in the room. And again, full disclosure, told Dr. Thomas the other day, I'm like, bro, the fact that you don't have your own show is a crime. It's a crime. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I told B this, and I've told Trey this. No matter where you are in this basketball universe, y'all should be heard because you have something to add. We're gonna make that happen. Y'all ain't leaving today without it. So I'm just letting y'all know we're gonna fight this. We go to break, final break of this hour. We'll close out this hour. There's some good stuff. I'm gonna ask them to break down today's football game. We'll do that when we come back.
Grandma and Grandpa, Mom and Dad, then the kids, and now the grandkids. Judson Irrigation has provided lawn sprinkler system design, installation, repair, and service to 4 generations. They're just like members of the family. Loyalty, trust, service. It's what you deserve and expect from Judson Irrigation.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any backyard landscaping project. And you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just a professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
Hey, it's Chad with the Nutrition Authority inviting you to stop in and check out the all-new complete post-workout recovery, CPR. CPR is ideal for anyone who works out or competes and wants to maximize results. CPR can only be found at Nutrition Authority. Stop in today and try a free sample or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
This is Brian at Midwest Bank, and we've been proudly serving clients in the Lincoln community since 2008, and we're excited to open a second location in January 2024 at 70th and Pioneers Boulevard. Our new branch will provide all the convenient services you're looking for in a bank, along with the friendly staff we're known for. Whether you're starting a business or expanding your business, our team is here for you. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com, member FDIC.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
15 minutes left here with the McGowens brothers in studio. You can listen to us, if you're listening to us on 93.7 The Ticket, you can catch us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, or Allo, Channel 9. What's the channel again?
951.
I don't have it committed to memory quite yet. We still need it of you. 951.
We tried to get 937, but they said it's some music channel hasn't locked up for the next few years. So.
Oh, man. But you can also, we're at our new studio, so you can come down here at 11th and O and wave to us or see us in the studio. We're going to have our first tailgate from here as we open up against Northern Illinois, Nebraska's home opener here. And why don't we do that? Let's talk a little football before we get out of here.
Thomas, shout out the folks, man. Your folks are out here.
Yeah, my mom and dad are currently in Hawaii, living their best life and listening from the islands of Hawaii. Love you guys. Miss you guys.
Shout out. Good stuff. Okay, so you just said big favorite today. Look, yeah. This is the funny part. So when we moved, all of y'all have been at the old spot. There was a dungeon, like literally corner basement. And I said the biggest issue with this is that I have short attention span in full. And I'm like a kid here because it's like, oh look, a puppy. Like we could be talking about the NBA Finals, and I'm gonna go like, oh man, you see a little dog out there? That dog? That's me. That's this whole window thing. I'm gonna have to learn the process and get it done. And then there's always people behind us now. The mill, coffee shop. It's good stuff. All right, Bryce, break it down for us. What do you expect to see today?
Them Huskers, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna come out with a good home opener.
Okay.
Best fans in the world. They feel like they might start off a little, slow, but once they gonna get it rolling about the mid second quarter, and they can blow this thing out of the water. So I got trust in my Huskers.
Do you know many of the dudes on the roster, or most of them gone?
Nah, I know 10. That's one of my guys.
Okay.
We call him 10. Yeah. So that's one of my dogs.
Trey, what are you expecting today? What are we gonna see?
Expect defense to play well. Ain't got too much.
right. The rest of it, that really is the whole thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like this is
facts. The defense holding it.
Quite frankly, this is what we do. Thomas, what do you expect to see today?
Well, first, for the people that don't know, Bryce and Trey are big time college football fans.
Southern boys.
We taught. I think that's how we.
The Minnesota game crushed.
Because you talked I know you talked your way through all the way up to it. This is how it's gonna go down.
Yeah, I said we good. We finna get a field goal.
Look, me and Trey, we watch football. So we every Saturday or Thursday, we right in front of the TV, just sitting at the crib, just watch, man. And me and Trey I hope
we had bet on the Bills Jets game.
Trey come in and spoil the game because his TV was behind. My TV was behind. Trey come in yelling and stuff. I'm like, yo, he done took that thing to the crib.
You the delay dude. To see what I saw, and I needed, and the same way with basketball, so I figured that out. So yeah, I have to disconnect, otherwise I don't get it done. Thomas, what are we gonna see today?
So we got the lines somewhere around -13. It was at -11, -10.5. Over unders 42.5. So I'm thinking it's got to be run heavy. If you're Matt Rule, we know how the fan base can get sometimes. You got to get a big win, and we know the run game has to be on point. The defense has to step up. You got the Carney kid supposed to be starting. Maybe he's not. I think you just hand it off and just wear him down. It's a boxing match. Just go 12 rounds. Just keep hitting the body. Get to the line. Let's try to get some stuff going quick. Let's get the quarterback hopefully under center. I know it's been a high. They need to win. They need to win bad. So I mean, why not win by 40? That'll shut some people up for a while.
Got to.
So I'm thinking they're covering over under. Maybe Vegas went. There's a reason they keep building in Vegas.
What's the over under?
42.5, 43.
42. Are you going up or down?
Man,
I'm thinking under. I'm thinking under.
Bryce said, "Damn, no."
They got to, right?
Like, come on. This is why you schedule.
This game where it got to be a lot of touchdowns.
This is when you like. As a matter of fact, I need for this to be so good that we see all three quarterbacks because you're ahead, not because you're failed.
Yeah.
Like, we need to see Chuba today. That's how this need to go. We need to see all three running backs. We need to see every receiver. Like, I need to see Malachi get a long bomb attempted, even if you don't get it to him. Like, Jamari need a sack. Like, we need to have that now. We at that time of the season.
Yeah.
He playing today?
They all look, man. We need everybody.
Because
this is why you schedule Northern Illinois. This is the one the alumni show up for. The check writers show up for this. All the uncles that paid a little extra to get their nephew on the squad, they here today.
Yeah.
We need to get all that done today.
It's I mean, like I said, it has to be a blowout. You got to just run up. You got to run up the score and just I'm hoping.
Look, and look, I need 15 fullback plays. I need an actual fullback. Like I need a fat neck dude out there just banging people.
Yeah.
So that's the deal. What's your final prediction?
Score. Defense gonna hold it down. I'm gonna go 14. 24. 14, 24.
Okay, Trey, what do you think this is gonna be?
What's Northern Illinois' record?
1-1.
They beat Boston
College. They went to BC and
Yeah,
beat
I'm like, oh Lord.
They still rocking. Like, oh no.
But Trey, currently Florida State's only up 17-10 on Boston College at halftime. So people thought Boston College was going to be really, really
It might
bad.
go over then. It might go over then.
This score is 23-24. Boston. I know my football. The Boston College. What's the name game?
Finish. We'll say 10-21.
Okay. Tom? Like they said, no points scoring today.
I'm going
no end zone celebration.
Northern Illinois, either 7 or 10 points, and Huskers are going to cover. I'm going to say like 28 or 31-7.
Back for the postgame show. We're right here.
All right.
We're gonna be right here. We're gonna go till 1:00 this morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're gonna go. Well, the game ain't going until 9:30. So Jay will do the first hour and a half, 90 minutes, and then we will have you folks do. You can come on in. Celebrate. Let's celebrate a win. Let's do that. Bryce, Trey, Thomas, thank y'all. Appreciate you. Y'all know it's real love for what y'all do. And let the folks know how to find you and what you're doing.
First off, I want to say appreciate you, DP.
This is real.
You feel me? I love, getting together with you when you come to Charlotte, just dropping gems. But Bryce McGowens on Instagram, Bryce McGowens 5 on Twitter. And we out. Trey?
Trey.Mac on Instagram. I just want to say, love what you did with the place, DP. Perfect location. Like you said, it was O Street and 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come give them a visit.
Yeah.
Meal in there. You want to get some coffee. Got everything.
And they got the smoothies ready. They'll be ready on Monday. So we're going to have the full joint on Monday. Thomas?
I'll piggyback on what they said, DP. Really appreciate you having us. I'm glad we could come down here and chop it up with you. Beautiful place. People are going to start seeing it more and more. I know bigger things are going to keep coming in here with what you're doing. In Nebraska, for the people listening, I know a lot of people are listening right now. I didn't know how many people listen. We talked about this the other day, DP. A lot of people listen to this show. Thank you, Nebraska, for giving me love for all the years and not being from here, just like with Bryce and Trey. Nobody's perfect, but we try to do good things and try to help people and have a purpose in life. I know I do. Villianca Hoops, I know Bryce and Trey and I will be doing a camp probably next spring or so. And families. So, yeah, man, just thank you, Nebraska. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. People ask me all the time, why do you still live here? You've lived all over the world. I'm like, because Lincoln's a good spot, man. Nebraska's a great spot. That's why Bryce and Trey are back. If they didn't like it, if this place didn't treat them well, they wouldn't be back here. Lincoln's a special place, and thank you guys for everything.
They'll be down at the stadium. Look for them. Give them a fist bump. Don't be strangers. All right, folks, we'll close it down. Me and Bach are going to light it up. We're going to carry you all the way up into the real official pregame. We're just going to hang out. The esports folks had a family issue, so Bach and I are going to carry the torch for the next 2 hours. Don't go anywhere.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street legal carts come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
The captain.
That's why the captain's here, because I don't do offense. Like, I can't break it down like he does because that's what he do. He's an offensive guy. But I can see things on defense that he can't see. That's a lot. Because
you can see things at linebacker.
You're not a coach.
I'm a head coach.
You're not a coach.
I'm a head coach, sir.
You was a coach. Now you're on the radio. You're on the radio now. Your coaching days are over. You don't coach nobody.
Yeah, I am too. I'm an armchair coach.
Yeah, that's right.
I get to talk about coaching.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Blecker and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
All right, it's lunchtime. Where should we go today?
How about Qdoba? We can get free queso and chips with an entree purchase.
Whoa, how'd you know about that?
It's in the campus cash booklet that we got for free to start the school year, the student marketplace. You didn't get yours?
I'd better go grab mine now.
You'd better stop at the College of Hair Design, too. Your hair is getting long. $8 haircut with the campus cash book.
What about my friends who are out of college?
They can download the Campus Cash app for free and get great deals, too, from Pizza Hut, Juice Stop, Craft Axe Throwing, and tons more.
Campus Cash, the student marketplace. Find your free booklet on campus or download the Campus Cash app.
Is your backyard ready for fun with friends and family this fall? GE Landscape Supply has pavers and boulders, which are a great accent for any backyard landscaping project, and you can find them at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere, nearby or far away. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Spring is here, and it's time to wake up Judson. Judson Irrigation is eager and ready to get your sprinkler system up and running for the season. Judson's technicians will check for winter damage